Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the official YouTube channel of Officers at 24/7. My name is Amanjot, and I am here with all of you to discuss the analysis of today's Indian economy and Indian financial system exam. As you know, this was the first paper of your JIIB 2023 May exam, and the first subject was your Indian economy, Indian financial system. So, a very good evening. Let's understand like what questions has been asked in all the three shift of today's exam. So before that, do let me know is audio video both are okay. Are we good to go? Let me know. So let's start the paper. Thank you so much, Akashdi sir. So many questions you have given here. Yes. Thank you so much for giving. Those who have already given the exam, do share your score here, Hana. That is very important. Do share your score with us that how much you got in the paper. And apart from that, also do share the questions that you have given in your shift. So do let me know what questions has been asked. So let's just start with the first. If we talk about the questions asked, so many questions has been repeated in the paper. If I talk about the shift 1, shift 2 and shift 3, so questions were repeated. The certain important key points, if I talk about key takeaways from the paper's analysis, so the key takeaways are this, that the papers was moderate to tough level. Paper was moderate to tough. Apart from moderate to tough, the paper was lengthy. Lengthy means statement based questions has been asked. It means the options they have given, that was the statement based. Another questions that they have given, that was the statement based question. Apart from that, one important thing is that concept is everything. Conceptual clarity is very much important to clear any exam of your IIBF. Now only practicing the questions is not sufficient. You have to go with the overall you have to go with the overall clarity of the concept. Now what questions they have asked, the first question if we talk about, they have asked from the treasury bills. They have asked about the treasury bills duration, like what is the period of treasury bill. So it is 91 days, 182 days, 364 days, as we know. So they have asked the days of the treasury bill. Then they have asked how to calculate NNP, and they have given a certain formulas in the form of the calculation formula, not the numerical formulas. So it is like GNP minus depreciation was the right answer for this particular question. It means they have asked that how to calculate the NNP, net national product. Apart from that, they have asked so many questions on the money supply chapter. From the money supply chapter, we have seen they asked question from M1, they have asked question from M2, and they have asked question from money multiplier. The question was from the money multiplier also. Okay, so these question has been asked from the money supply chapter. Apart from that, there were questions from the RBI chapter, or RBI Act has covered around 4 to 5 questions. On the RBI Act or RBI, there was 4 to 5 questions has been asked from the Reserve Bank of India Act and the RBI. And apart from that, there were 2 to 3 questions has been asked from the NAFID, and NAFID question has been asked in each and every shift of your paper. In certain shift, the full form has been asked. In the certain shift, the capital has been asked. So the NAFID was very important here. Apart from that, they have asked the question about demand curve. There was a question from the demand and supply chapter, and the question was dependent on the demand curve. They have asked certain question on the demand curve. Apart from that, apart from the demand curve, they have also asked the question from Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana. And Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana death benefit has been asked, and this death benefit has been asked in two shifts, shift 1 and shift 2. They have asked the Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana. Sorry. Then apart from that, they have asked the small finance bank PSL target. The question was asked from the small finance bank PSL target, like how much loan should be given to the PSL. As per the target of PSL was from a small finance bank, also the target of Ayushman Bharat has been asked. They have asked about the Ayushman Bharat also. So Ayushman Bharat schemes target under the PSL. So as we know, under the PSL, the health infrastructure got the amount of 10 crores here, Hannah, and that's what it has been asked here. Apart from that, CRR and SLR ceiling limits has been asked. As we know, CRR have no minimum and no maximum limit, and SLR has a minimum limit of your no minimum limit, but 40% maximum limit is there. Apart from there, factoring has been asked, and there were so many questions from the factoring. The types of the factoring has been also asked, so around 3 to 4 questions was there from the factoring, and factoring was kind of a favorite topic of, we can say, the examiner, because so many questions has been seen from the factoring as well as from the merchant banking. In the merchant banking also so many questions has been seen, so merchant banking is also a kind of a favorite topic of the examiner. So around, we can say, 4 to 5 questions were asked from the merchant banking, and one they have asked the definition of the merchant banker. है they have asked the definition of a merchant banker. Apart from that, the sunrise sector question was there. They have asked the question on the sunrise sector. So as you know, sunrise sector is the sector which have a potential in the future to grow. They have asked the question from that. Apart from this, they have asked the question from the World Bank classification of the economies. So World Bank classification of economies has been asked. As we know, 4 classification are there, and on the basis of your per capita income, World Bank has classified the economy. So World Bank classification has been asked. Apart from that, business cycle question was asked. So business cycle was also covering 3 to 4 questions. From the business cycle, 3 to 4 questions has been asked. And mainly they have asked the boom period characteristics. Boom means simply your peak period characteristics has been asked here in the paper. Apart from that, they have asked the types of deficit also. From the budget, they have asked type of deficit, and 2 types of deficit has been asked, that is primary deficit and fiscal deficit. Primary and fiscal deficit both has been asked here. So as we know, there are 5 types of deficit. Out of that, 2 types of deficit has been asked. Apart from that, PM Gati Shakti scheme has been asked by the government, by the IIBF. PM Gati Shakti scheme is simply multi-modal uh, infrastructure connectivity scheme. It is that has been asked. Apart from that, from the RBI, RBI paid up capital has been asked. RBI paid up capital has been asked. This is the doubt that the proper question was the initial capital of RBI or not. This is a doubt still, because so many are saying that the initial capital of RBI was asked. Some are saying that the initial capital was not asked. The capital of RBI was asked. है ना? Then apart from that, okay, one question was from GDP deflator also. GDP deflator we already know, that gives us the overall comprehensive inflation calculation, that has been asked. है ना? तो GDP deflator question was there. And COP26 was asked. COP26 is your Conference of Parties 26 meeting was questions asked. Apart from that, one question was from Niti Aayog related to the 75 agenda. So Niti Aayog agenda at 75, that has been asked. Okay. And apart from that, we have seen that the question was asked from the venture capital. So many questions were asked from the venture capital also. Venture capital related question was around 4 to 5 questions were there from the venture capital also. And if we talk about venture capital, the other question was from RRB shareholding. So as we know, RRB shareholding is with the central government, state government, and the sponsored bank. So the sponsored bank shareholding was asked, that is 35%. So some question was asked from the money market instrument has been asked. So in the money market instrument, the one question was from the notice money, and in the notice money, they have asked what is the duration of notice money. This has been asked in the paper. What is the duration of notice money? Then the question was there from the health insurance policy. The question was on the health insurance policy also was given. Then foreign exchange related question was asked, that the foreign exchange managed by which particular act. This kind of question was asked, and the answer of this question was FAMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999. So some question related to foreign exchange was asked. Apart from that, odd one out type question was given on the types of real estate investment infrastructure trust. The odd one out question was asked here. Odd man out question was asked on this. Apart from that, we have a full form of One Sun, one grid. This question was asked, Hana, and this was the question that this is the initiative that Prime Minister has introduced in the Conference of Parties Glasgow meeting in 2021 November. So OSOWOG was asked. Apart from that, LTRO long term repo operations was asked here. Then PSLC priority sector lending certificate question was asked. And one question was from the nationalization of commercial banks in 1969. So they have asked what is the minimum deposit criteria was there to nationalize the bank, and it was 50 crores. And those banks who have a 50 crore minimum deposit, that was got nationalized in the 1969 year. Then we have a question on the marginal standing facility rate. The question was asked from MSF rate also, marginal standing facility. Like how much loan can be given here. So the 2% of NDTL was loan given here. That was the question. Okay. Now, apart from that, the question was asked here from the Asian Clearing Unit also. Another Asian Clearing Union question has been asked, ACU. They were asking the member countries, like how many member countries are there, or some kind of question was asked, like which of the following is not a member country of your ACU. Then the next question was from the Camels. Now the Camels is, we know, capital adequacy ratio. Camels is a crediting agency which provides a rating to the commercial banks to the banking system. Then one question was asked from the Sustainable Development Goals SDG question was asked there. One question was asked on the brownfield investment. So we know brownfield investment means simply when you are investing your money in the already existing sector, that is known as your brownfield investment. So one question was from brownfield investment was asked. Apart from that, the question was asked from, one second. Apart from that, the question was asked from other sectors like operating leasing has been asked. So there are different types of leasing are there. So operating lease question was asked in the paper, like what type of leasing is it. Then one question was there from the mutual funds. Question was there from the mutual funds. Apart from mutual fund, they asked the question from hire purchase about the hired, the certain question was asked. And they also ask about the asset finance company NBFC. They asked the one of the question on the types of NBFC, that is asset finance company, non-banking financial company. And apart from that, the question was seen from the characteristics of currency also. The characteristics of currency question has been asked. Then apart from that, credit rating and credit scoring question was asked. So one question was from credit rating is credit scoring. Then monetary policy tools question has been asked. Okay, monetary policy tools has been asked. Then merchant bankers definition has asked, that I already told you. And they have asked the determinants of money multiplier. Determinants of money multiplier. So these are the certain questions which has been asked by IIBF in the Indian economy, Indian financial system. So if you see the topic's name, you will feel like the paper was very easy, because the topic names are very common and you all have heard about these topics in your preparation. You all have studied about these topics, है ना? But now if we talk about this paper, the paper was tough. Statement wise question was there. It means options were there from the statements, है ना? So that make the paper more tough, है ना? Also one question was there from the Atal Pension Yojana also. Question was there from the Atal Pension Yojana. One question was from the Atal Pension Yojana. So as if you see the names, you will find it that yes, I have studied this particular topic. But the problem was they have asked the very in-depth knowledge of the topic, and that topic was, the paper was also made very tough by the making it lengthy, because the so many statements questions were there, it became very lengthy. And as the Akashdeep sir has given us the analysis that around 70% question was based on the statement wise, है ना? So that make the paper very lengthy. One question was from the payment bank also there. Hmm. And the paper was totally conceptual based. Okay, Kumar sir got 53. Congratulations, Kumar sir. Congratulations, Akashdeep sir. Apart from that, those who have gone there, congratulations, Kajal ma'am, you cleared the exam. Congratulations, Kiran sir, you cleared the exam. And LIBOR question was also there. Some are saying, okay, LIBOR related question was there. London Interbank offer rate that has been replaced by the alternate reference rate. Okay, one question was from NSC, BSc, and NSC question was also asked. Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange question was asked. Okay. Okay, one question was asked from the merger of 2020. Merger 2020, like which bank has been merged in the Union Bank of India? Which bank has merged with the Union Bank of India? Okay. Apart from the demonetization of currency was asked. Demonetization of currency was asked. Okay, one question was asked World Bank Group's member. Like India is not a member of which group? India's membership was asked in the World Bank Group. So as we know, India is not a member of ICSID, and the India is a member, a founding member of only three institution out of five, and in Mega, India is a member but not a founding member. Okay, maximum amount of denomination currency. Maximum denomination currency can be maximum denomination of currency can be printed by RBI. That is 10,000 rupee note that has been asked. Okay. Locking period of Atal Pension Yojana was asked. Maximum currency RBI can print. Okay. PPF lock-in period was asked. Okay. Public Provident Fund was also asked. The lock-in period of Public Provident Fund. So these are the questions that has been asked in your Indian economy, Indian financial paper. And those who got 45 and above score, you pass the subject. But one thing to remember, to qualify the JIB, to clear the JIB, you need 200 overall. So you have to perform better. You have to score more marks in the other three subjects of yours. Okay, now for that purpose, the remaining three subjects are there: AFM, PPB, Retail Banking, Wealth Management. For this, we have a we have a revision batches that is already going on, so you can enroll here. You will find the recording classes here, and the three paper that has been left, this is this. And do make sure now we have to focus more on, like, the paper level is very tough of Indian economy, Indian financial system, so accordingly you have to prepare for the other papers also, Hana. So be very uh, quick, be very smart with your preparation. And those who have not cleared the exam, who are going to give the, or who have not even filled the form this year, who are going to fill the form in the next attempt, that is the October 2023, these two papers, these two batches are there, that is starting from 29th of May. As you see, as you have already seen today, that the paper was very tough, so you need a very detailed study of the subject. You will need a very detailed study of all the paper of your JIB. For that, from 29th of May, we are starting a new batch. You can go and enroll in this particular batch. And on the website, the batch is available. And this is the overall analysis of our JIB, Indian economy, Indian financial system. Okay, 47, Neetu ma'am, you cleared. Yes, the paper was a quite tough. Hana, paper was not moderate, it was a tough paper. So that's why you scored good in the, like, definitely this mock test has a score help you. Otherwise, this 47 will not be able to you will not be able to clear. Hana. So the very congratulations for that. And don't worry, this is the paper, but now focus on the other papers. Hana, focus on the other papers, because to get overall 200 marks, you have to be very uh, smart with your preparation. Okay, so congratulations to all of you who qualified the paper, and those who didn't, don't be worried about it. The paper was very tough and was not expected from the IIBF, but yes, now we know that this can be the level and we have to accordingly prepare for that. Okay, so let's end the session here. See you all in the another detailed session of this particular topic, is like what answer will be there and how to prepare for the next attempt. So be make sure you are covering other three subjects. Do not demotivate yourself and focus on like let's leave it, we are not going to give the other three papers. Don't do that. Go for all the three papers. Be very confident about it that you have to cover the conceptual clarity. That is very important. Okay, now I'm ending this session, and congratulations to all of you who qualified the paper, and thank you so much for joining the session. Last but not the least, if you are new to the channel of Officers Around 24/7, then do not forget to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon.